You that right now because many of you might find it distressing. Well, CNN spoke to witnesses who said there was a second round of gunfire later that evening. Here's what one protester who had been documenting events on Instagram Live told us.
Nigeria is a dictatorship with a democratic face. And I think that is primarily to please the international community. It is our right to protest anything that we see and change that we demand.
Well, those protests began as a movement against police brutality, but took a dark and violent turn as we reported. Nigeria is now threatening to sanction CNN and denies that security forces shot live ammunition at protesters. Well, MLB brought us that story after weeks of in-depth research and analysis by her and her team, and she joins us now from London. Nima, how has the Nigerian government responded?
Well, our reporting, Becky, has triggered their first really significant response since the events of October 20th at Lekki Tollgate. This is what the government information minister, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, had to say about our reporting.
Like everyone else, I watched the CNN report yesterday. I must tell you that it reinforces the disinformation that is going around, and it is blatantly irresponsible and the poor piece of journalistic work by a reputable international news organization. CNN, which touted its report as an exclusive investigative report, sadly relied on the same videos that have been circulating on social media without verification. This is very serious, and CNN should be sanctioned for that.
Of course, Becky, that is simply not true. We used video and images that we were able to verify. We received them firsthand from contacts, witnesses, family members. We interviewed a family member who had been searching for his brother for days at that point, weeks. We were able to at least help provide him with some closure, which the Nigerian federal authorities had not been able to provide. The press conference was contradictory, and during the conference, the minister said that the federal government was satisfied with the actions of the military and the police on the night of October 20th. That's actually ahead of the findings of its own judicial panel, and those that we're speaking to are incredibly worried about what that means for the findings of that panel. Does that not exert pressure on the panel to exonerate members of the military and the police? Of course, all this is happening while people are still searching for loved ones. People are still grieving the ones they lost, and people are still no closer to answers, Becky.
Now, I spoke to the Lagos State Governor in the aftermath of the Lekki protests and incident. Have a listen to some of what he told me at that time. How many people died at the Lekki tollgate, and who was responsible for those deaths?
The number of deaths that we can attribute directly to the unfortunate, very horrific, very condemnable incident of last week Tuesday at Lekki were only two dead bodies.
Who ordered that peaceful protest at the Lekki tollgate?
Okay,
who ordered people to be shot, and which branch of security services carried out the shootings?
It seems to me that there will be men in military uniforms, right? It dictates that there are military uniform, and so there will be military officers, or soldiers as it were.
So you're saying that it was military officers who ordered peaceful protesters to be shot at Lekki?
Yeah, that's what
Lekki
the pictures,
tollgate.
yes. Well, they were there. That's what the footage, that's what it shows.
And this was ahead of the judicial hearing that has been promised, and I asked the governor whether he was determined that there would be accountability. He said yes. What do we know about the current status of those hearings?
Well, that interview, Becky, we understand, sent shockwaves to the very highest level of Nigeria's government. And since then, federal authorities have backtracked. The Brigadier Taiwo, who gave evidence to the judicial panel, said that the 2 deaths were deaths from blunt instruments and that those injuries were not sustained at the location at Lekki Tollgate. And this is what we've seen. Different factions in the government are saying different things. And none of those people on the ground who are desperate for answers are receiving them. Even today, as the Minister of Information was carrying out that press conference, the coroner in Lagos put an ad in the newspapers, in the local press, asking for family members to come and try to identify bodies, even as the information minister in Abuja was denying that there had been any deaths. It's incredibly concerning for people in Nigeria and frankly in the international community, Becky, because it worries them that there will be really any accountability. What you saw there, what you managed to extract from the Lagos State Governor, is the closest that any government official has come to admitting wrongdoing. And since then, we have reached out to Lagos State authorities and they have refused to give us any comment, Becky.
Nema Elbegir on the reporting. Nema, thank you. And a reminder, in Nigeria, thousands of young people have been protesting against police brutality as part of a largely peaceful movement. It's called EndSARS, and the SARS acronym is one used for a certain police squad, as it were. But on October the 20th, these protests turned deadly as the army and police moved in on unarmed civilians. The Nigerian army has called these allegations that it fired into the crowd, as you've heard, fake news, and told a judicial panel of inquiry that it did not shoot at any civilian, but Nema's investigation can reveal that that is not true. This is Nema's report. For those of you who didn't see it last night, some of the images you are about to see may be disturbing.
The Nigerian government denies this happened. A peaceful protest turned deadly.
The police came, were peaceful. They came and started shooting at us.
CNN investigated the events at Lekki Tollgate the night of October 20th in Lagos, Nigeria. After analyzing hours of footage, we are going to tell a story that is radically different than the one the authorities are telling.
The peaceful protests have been? Okay, make everybody this here. Now, where's the flag?
This is Godson. He was one of the demonstrators having fun live streaming the event. He, like many others, gathered in a peaceful demonstration of discontent after weeks of protests against what they called systemic police brutality and corruption. What Godson and the protesters did not know is that the army is already on its way. This is Bonny Camp, a military garrison on the south side of Lagos. We know through analysing footage they left at 6:29 p.m. heading towards Lekki Tollgate. We can see here the Nigerian government forces approaching. The protesters are gathered on the other side of the gate. As Nigerian forces get closer, you can see shots. At 6:43 p.m, we start hearing gunfire. We know this from the timestamp and data on this video. Here's another angle.
They are releasing fire. They are releasing fire.
Nigerian authorities say they fired blanks into the air and not at protesters. But CNN obtained video that appears to show the army shooting toward the crowd. Here, and at the top of your screen, here. In the midst of the chaotic scenes is DJ Switch, a Nigerian celebrity and activist. She is broadcasting live on Instagram.
I wanted people to see what was happening. I didn't want anybody to come and twist the story.
Witnesses tell CNN ambulances were stopped from entering by Nigerian authorities. You can see here people at the scene trying to conduct CPR.
Please explain to me how, in which part of the world do you go to a protest with live bullets?
CNN has verified that these bullet casings are from live ammunition. They are of mixed again, this one from 2005. Nigerian military sources verified to us that these are munitions that are currently in use by Nigeria's army. And in collaboration with the Balkan Investigative Reporting Network, we were also able to procure Serbian export documents, proving that Nigeria purchased weaponry from Serbia for almost every year between 2005 and 2016. The shooting continued past midnight. Eyewitnesses tell us it wasn't just the army. At this point, they say police arrived and opened fire.
My hand is broken, my leg is broken, and police are still shooting at us. If I don't make it through the night, let it be known that I died fighting for our freedom.
So why were live rounds used at a peaceful protest? Many family members of those still missing are asking that question as they hunt for answers or the bodies of their loved ones. Elisha's brother Victor was at the protest that night.
Someone picked my brother's phone and called me and said that my brother Victor Sunday is among of those people that was shot at Lekki Tollgate. And I entered into the hospital and searched. I did not see him. And we are trying our best to just find him. But there is no way to find him.
What we're about to show you is incredibly graphic, but it's also incredibly important. This is Elisha's brother Victor. The data in this footage shows it was filmed at 1:04 a.m. at Lekki Tollgate. Elisha says he received a call about his brother's death around this time. This places Victor exactly at the location of the protest on the night witnesses say they were shot at. This is important because Nigerian authorities deny anyone was killed at the scene. Since this incident, CNN has contacted over 100 protesters and family members.
They pointed their guns at us and they started shooting.
We asked what they heard.
When we had gunshots from behind the toll booth.
And felt.
This is where I was shot, and the bullet went through my back.
Many are in hiding. Some have fled the country. CNN tried to share these findings with the Nigerian army but received no response. Lagos state authorities would not comment on our reporting until they said a judicial panel of inquiry presents its findings. The wait for answers here continues. Ni'mal Barir, CNN, London.
And a statement from CNN, I will read, and I quote, "Our reporting was carefully and meticulously researched and we stand by it."
We have not seen or heard the last of this. CNN said, we are standing by our reports. And would you blame them? Look at the evidence they have. Isn't it so glaring? Look at what happened. Why would someone see this and still be living in the past, saying that nothing happened? Well, this government should credit the people with some intelligence. We are not fools. They don't want us to swallow everything, hook, line, and sinker. Even when we are not blind, we could see everything. Even the blind could see this. The deaf heard the gunshots. What are they telling us? Saying that CNN's report is not okay because they say what they did is not what they want. That's not what they wanted to hear. They want to hear a different thing. If you are not playing their music, if you're not dancing to their tune, no. Someone is sponsoring you. Like someone sponsored DJ Switch, someone is sponsoring you. How would this government rebuild trust? Because we don't trust this government anymore. You say something they don't want to hear, they label you all manner of things. Let's see how it goes. We are still on this one. Is taking us on a very long haul. We are still going. We have not seen the last of this. No way. No, we have not. Everybody is a traitor as far as this government is concerned. You are a traitor. Once you join their camp, maybe you were a traitor before. Once you join their camp, you have become a saint. But it will not work because our eyes have opened. Let's see how it goes. That's it for this video. We'll keep bringing you updates on this. Whatever happens, we'll bring you the video. You will show you the video here. You will see it. So please keep returning, keep coming back. Thanks for stopping by today. I'll see you in the next video. Oh, before then, kindly subscribe to my channel. Consider subscribing to this channel. Support my channel with your subscription, which is absolutely free. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.